Ambitious, but brilliant! I don't believe it! I swear I do not believe it! And they are back on terms!
Welcome to the Rotherham United podcast. Today is not a positive one, but we're going to go through it. We've got plenty to talk about in this episode. Mick is here.
Hello.
Benjamin, as always.
Hello.
So it's the 98th minute, kicking the balls from Wednesday night. An unfair result. Accounts to everybody. See a lot of Blackburn fans on Twitter as well, basically saying that they're not quite sure how they won it. It's the one that got away. It's one of many that's got away this season, Mick, but it got another one that got away.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I'm gutted. I'm still gutted now. 24 hours later, I can't believe that we lost the game. And it's a championship. It's a championship, and if you don't take your chances, this league will punish you. And we know that. So it was really, really difficult to take after the way that we performed.
Yeah, some really positives though. Ben, Smith and Vass are striking up a really, really, really good partnership without getting too many goals.
Yeah, that's third game in a row. I think it's been them two starting.
Something like that, yeah.
So, yeah, they obviously must be doing it in training as well. So, yeah, he's looking like he's got a bit of potential, that partnership, hasn't he?
Yeah. Vass, we've talked about this a lot in the past, but Vass is one of them players that when he's not on form, when he's not doing what we need him to do, he just sort of lumbers around pitch as if he's not, as if he's pointless in being there. But at the minute, he's the opposite of that. He's key to what we're doing. He's helping Smith press and occupy their defence a lot.
It's key. It's key to the way that we play. That Smith, or that the front two. That, like we've said it before, defensive. That's the first defensive line, isn't it? And unfortunately, any other combination that we've tried so far has not worked. This is definitely working without a doubt, and a lot of that is down to Vass's aggression and his fight. But he is really putting it in far more so than he's done while ever he's played for us. Really, for me, anyway.
Yeah. Smith got his third goal this season. He missed some chances though, but it's only his 11th goal in 62 Championship appearances, which is it sort of sums up that stat there sums up Michael Smith.
Yeah, well, obviously we say it every season. If he scores the chances that he gets, he had 15 a season. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. But this season, I thought I seen an improvement. Obviously, scored that header against QPR. Which you don't usually see him scoring. And the goal last night, you don't really see Smith scoring that. So, yeah, although, it's only numbers, innit? Don't really mean anything. I don't care as long as he scores now. Do you know what I mean? Don't matter what happened 62 games ago.
It's a fair point. Can you see some Freddie or Hurst taking either of their places, Mick? I personally can't. But.
Well, I'll come on to that.
Okay.
I'll come on to it now. Might as well. You've asked me the question. We lost the game because of the substitutions, without a doubt. We didn't lose the game, in my view, because we made the substitutions. We lost the game because the substitutes who came on didn't read the script. For me, they knew what was expected. They sat and watched Smithy and Vass battle their backsides off for 70, 75 minutes. Giving that first line of defence, occupying that back four, making them knock the ball around, making them play it long. When they came on, that didn't carry on.
No,
and that's where the problem lies. I'm not blaming the manager for this. Unfortunately, I'm blaming Freddie and Hursty because, like I said, as far as in my view, they just didn't read the script. They just did their own thing.
But Warney knows Freddie and Hursty, and everybody knows that bringing both of those on at the same time was going to create an instant lack of intensity. Freddie can't do that job. He's a different type of player. You can ask him to do it. Obviously, you can ask him to do it, but he's not going to do it with the same intensity, with the same aggression that Vass has and Smith has, because he's just not that type of player.
I disagree with that. I disagree with it because he is capable of doing it, because he has done it in the first 10, 15 minutes of a couple of games that he started, and then he drops off. So he is capable of doing it. They know what their job is when they come on the pitch. Okay, the fact that they don't carry that out this time will probably mean they don't get a start, or they don't get brought on under similar sort of circumstances next time. They, in my view, they didn't do their job. I don't necessarily blame Hurst because he's a young kid.
Yeah.
However,
and to be fair to Hurst, he did run around a lot. Quite ineffective.
This is the problem, though, isn't it? And this is the thing. I can go in there and run around a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You've got to be intelligent. You've got to be intelligent enough to see that the way that the team's playing, they need to be concentrating on what's happening on the pitch while they're on the bench. They need to be a player like Hurst needs to be aspiring to whatever player he wants to aspire to, but certainly picking out the good parts of other people's game and bringing them into his own. And that last night was a chance for him to do that. He had a good run where he got to the byline and put a cross in and everything else. That's fantastic. It's not those parts of it that I have the issue with. It's the off the ball when we're not, out of possession part that I have the issue with. Hursty did try and close players down, but Freddie didn't help him.
No.
And that was an issue. And Freddie, for me, last night when he came on, he reverted back to Freddie of old, where his decision-making was really poor in possession at ball. A couple of times he's on the edge of the box. When he can lay it off, he can maintain possession, and he's turning into 3 or 4 defenders on edge of box and losing possession and putting his own back foot again. So, that's my view in terms of those substitutions. Sorry.
Ben, your thoughts of the substitutions? The substitutions changed the game. So we had... This is where the issue for me comes, is that there were 3 points on the table. We had 3 points there. The only reason to take Smith off, Vast did look knackered. I get that's a fair point. Smith was still running around like he always did. From what you can tell, he's taking him off to save him. You've got 3 points there on the table. The win's there for you. And if you tinker with a team too much, something might happen. It might not, but there's more chance of something bad going wrong by making changes than leaving it. A triple substitution for you, was that the right decision?
I don't know. You don't know the thinking behind it. You don't know what's gone behind the scenes. Smith might have been knackered before the game. You know I'm
sure he were, but he's still running about as he always does.
It don't matter, does it? He could have gone 5 more minutes and passed start from running that. Do you know what I mean? That's the type of person I'm guessing Smith is, but I don't know. There's got to be some tactical thinking behind it. I don't know what it is, but yeah, he did change the game. Hurst ran about, but he's not really. You know, he's got to have someone that's like someone that kind of knows what they're doing. Do you know what I mean?
Like a Smith
next to him to prosper, I think, properly. And Freddie, he would just. I don't really want to talk about that because it's going to be annoying.
All right, Jose. I think you're right, Mick. I think Freddie reverted back to some poor decision making. His first touch was dreadful last night. Every time the ball came into him, it didn't look after it very well. The chance that he did have late on, he did the best he could with it. His starting position wasn't very good. And I think the defenders defended it quite well. His substitutions changed game. The Vast one is not really an issue for me because Vast probably could have come off 10 minutes early. Vast looked knackered. I'm not convinced Smith needed to come off. Paul, I'm sure he did. You know, you've got to trust the management team. But Smith's the one that cost us more than the Vast one.
Yeah, I'm not going to argue. I'm not going to argue the point on that because I don't disagree with him. I think he has made a mistake, but I don't think he's been helped out by the players he's brought on. That's my view. I think the blame, if we have to play the blame game, then the blame should fall on the players as well as it does on the management team.
Yeah. It's also not helped. Well, I mean, the fourth sub was Billy Jones coming on at central midfield, which we were all very, very confused about. But then when you sort of think it through, what else were we meant to put in middle of midfield, Ben?
I don't think we weren't expecting Iniesta to come on.
No.
Do you know what I mean? I think he was in there to take a yellow card, slow the game down, try and get a point.
Which he did. He got a yellow card instantly.
Yeah, he just got it for the wrong thing, didn't he? Yeah, I think that's all he was in for. That's the only reason I can think of that he come on.
Yeah,
we didn't manage it. We didn't manage the game well enough, and that's inexperience. That's inexperience on the pitch. Yeah, for me.
I've seen a lot of people sort of complaining about Warney and Richie Barker telling him to take it into corner.
Oh, God.
I don't really have a problem with taking it to corner. If you're away from home against a team like Blackburn, who were in the ascendancy massively,
Yeah,
it's not like we were battering them and we were taking it corner. They were massively in ascendancy. We needed to do something to get out of the game. I don't have a problem with taking it into corner. Take a point away from home. You dug at the start of the game. I don't think that's a valid point to hit anybody with.
No, it's only a valid point because it didn't work.
Yeah,
and therefore Captain Hindsight there making these stupid comments can say what they want, can't they? You know what I mean? Had it worked, it'd have been brilliant play.
Yeah,
you know, and nobody would have been saying out about it. So now I'm not having that.
And we nearly scored from that play.
Exactly.
That header from Freddie, weren't it?
Precisely.
So yeah, kick in the teeth. Adam Armstrong with the 98th minute goal. He didn't do anything all game.
Armstrong.
No, but he's a championship striker.
Yeah, he is, and he's got a cheek to go celebrating after that. It just made me that. If there's anything sort of even made me smirk slightly, that were it. I mean, that was pathetic, wasn't it?
He did get the assist as well with a good pass, but
that was first goal.
Yeah, with him.
Oh, were it?
Yeah.
Oh, stand correctors. Start with from the back then for the full team. Johansson had an okay game. I may slightly blame him for the second goal. I thought he could have come out. The first ball in the box wasn't like on the penalty spot, and it was floated in. I might be being hypercritical, but
you talking about the second goal?
The second goal, where it sort of bounced around the box. By the way, Woody's fouled in there.
I don't know. You can't. Yeah, maybe in. I don't know. He's a young goalkeeper. I think the problem with the second goal is he's just Armstrong just react quicker.
Yeah,
no one's reacting. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, it's defenders' fault. If you're going to blame anybody, defenders need to be 100% alert all the time, and they weren't. Armstrong were. You know, if he's like that every game, he'll get 20 goals a season, no matter what league he's in.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think it was probably a mix. He probably could have come for it, but he's young, isn't he?
Yeah, he'll learn from that. His kicking were a bit off, Mick. Not by much. There were only a couple of instances, but there were instances if Blackman did that, people would be screaming and shouting at him.
Yeah, of course they would. They would.
Yeah.
But he's there. Victor Jansson's their sort of goalkeeping darling, isn't he? You know, because I don't know why. I don't know why. I don't know.
Because he's ours.
Well, yeah, maybe that's what it is. I don't know, but yeah. I've no problem with goalkeeper. I wouldn't have had a problem with Blackman either. I think he would have done.
Yeah.
I don't think he'd have done anything differently. I don't think we'd have lost by more or won or drawn the game. I don't think you can point any fingers at the goalkeeper at all for the defeat.
No, everyone lucky. He could do not about other than maybe come for the cross. The second goal, there's nothing he could do about either goal. The first one was a fantastic finish.
Yeah.
And the second one, when it gets to Armstrong, keeper can do nothing about it. So I do feel sorry for him in that sense. Move a bit further forward. Crooks. We'll talk about the negative before the positive because there's lots of positive to talk about with performance overall. The chance that Crooks missed, Ben. Where he robbed the ball, and he robbed the ball a lot last night.
Yeah, he did.
He robbed the ball and got a chance at edge at box, and he just sort of snatched it, didn't he?
The one where he tried putting it in the far corner and like, dribbled wide. As a midfielder who barely gets any chances. Well, not barely gets, but you know what I mean. That's your bread and butter.
He'd have scored that last year.
Yeah, I'd have scored that. I'd have given a good goal.
Yeah, he would have.
But I don't know.
The thing with Crooks is coming back. He's getting back to the player that we knew, and he's improving game on game and getting better and more involved in every single game. So there's loads more to come from Matty Crooks this season. There's loads more to come from probably the whole of the team.
Yeah,
but certainly Matty Crooks is really stepping it up game on game. So that he should have buried that.
He should have buried it or laid it off. But for me, that was his best performance of the season. I thought he again, he's somebody else that helps when Smith and Vass press. Crooks and then go get involved.
Yeah,
because when Smith and Vass have occupied the two central defenders, the ball's got to go somewhere.
Yeah,
and that's where Crooks picks it up. Yeah. I thought he was outstanding last night. I'm surprised he didn't get as many votes on the man of the match poll that we've done. But I thought he was absolutely outstanding. Yeah. Everything good that we did, almost all of it came to Crooks.
Yeah, he had a fantastic game. He did have a really good game. To be fair. You can't really. There's nobody you can point the finger at and say, well, he didn't perform particularly well, or they didn't perform particularly well. So despite the fact I've just done that, obviously, talking about Freddie and Hursti. Yeah. But, you know, as a whole, it was a good performance, and it was not a performance deserving of a defeat under any circumstances. And I don't care which team you support, whether you're a Blackburn supporter or a Rotherham. If I'm a Blackburn supporter, I'm walking away from that a bit embarrassed that we've come away with something, to be honest. Yeah,
we never seem to get the end of them, do we? Well, I don't feel like it anyway. Ben, would you like to start the bi-weekly meeting of the Matlow Sunday fan club?
Yeah, I don't really know what to say. He's so good at everything. Yeah, he should play every single week. You know, if you put him in net, he'd probably do a good job. You know what I mean? He's just so good. He's just the key to that formation, I think. And he showed it again last night. Obviously, getting his... No, he didn't...
He set up Smith's chance.
Smith, that's it. So, yeah, he can create chances, and obviously you think he sometimes can't defend Mick, but I think he's outstanding at both.
No, I wouldn't say I don't think he can defend, because he clearly can.
Yeah.
I think if he's got any weakness at all in his game, maybe that's just a little bit. Occasionally he gets caught out of position, but his pace is such that it doesn't really. 99% of the time, it doesn't really matter because he'll beat anybody else to the ball anyway. I thought he was outstanding last night, particularly in first half. I thought he tied a little bit in second half,
as expected.
Yeah, as to be expected. But I thought he is always a constant danger.
Yeah.
And as you've said earlier on, and we said on the last podcast, he is players like him, and him specifically, are the key to playing this three at back.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm still with Ben. Still love him. I'm waiting for my T-shirt, by the way.
Christmas.
Yeah. Unsurprisingly, he has won. I say that we're recording whilst the vote's still open, but he's on 63% of vote. So I think it's fair to say that Matt Wilson is one man in the match pool again.
Yeah.
He's key. He came off because he's tight. So I do wonder maybe we'll come to Blackburn preview in a minute. Derby preview. Sorry. Won't surprise if we don't play Saturday. We won't start.
I'll be disappointed.
But we'll obviously wait and see from that. The back three, Mick, I thought were pretty solid. Woody was playing his 475th league appearance. So he's been around long. It's 142 for Miller, so he's come up on 150 league appearances for us soon. They didn't really have anything to do. The way that Blackburn attacked suited us down to the ground.
I'm sorry, did Blackburn attack?
Well, exactly. Certainly first half, anyway.
Yeah, I mean, they were poor. They were very, very poor, and they were one of those just tedious football, innit?
Yeah.
Just tappy between flipping central defenders. It's just awful.
It was like Brentford, but with worse players.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, no good for me. I'm sorry.
Their keeper, Ben. I know you missed a lot of some of the game, not a lot of the game, but you had else was the game, but you're watching most of the game.
Yeah.
Their keeper, they were trying to pass it around back three, back five, and then keeper gets it, takes a touch, looks around him, and then just boom, pops it long, and Woody gobbles it up.
This is the problem, obviously, with trying to play. You know, like you've got Pep in charge in Championship. You haven't got the players to do it unless you've got Edison or Allison in there. You can't play it. That's the whole key to the formation is the keeper.
Yeah.
No matter where you play, so no matter what team you are. So yeah, I've never got it. I never will. The centre backs did the exact same, knock it about. They fizz it into each other as well. They're not
on that pitch at all.
That Ayala, Mr. Straight back and neck. He likes to fizz it in and then unfit long. So yeah, I had not a clue what they were doing.
You did a live thing with Blackburn, didn't you?
Yes.
And they talked. I watched it, and the guy talked about they dominated possession against Bristol City.
Yeah.
But then didn't have any of the ball, and Bristol City won. That's how the game played out on Wednesday night. They didn't have any. They had plenty of ball.
Yeah.
Did zero with it until we started opening up a bit.
Yeah, we were better. We were the better side without having possession of the ball. You know,
anti-football.
Yeah, I still need to look that up again to get that definition in my mind, so that next time on Saturday when we beat Derby, I can use my hashtag teams like Rotherham. And I'm going to also include another hashtag anti-football. But yeah, now, I mean, let's be fair. They were how they are where they are in the league is purely and simply down to the fact that they are taking the chances that they're creating and we're not. And that is the only difference now. The difference 3 or 4, 5 or 6 games ago was a lot bigger. The gap was bigger between the class that we were showing on the pitch, on the field, and the other teams. There's nothing to choose now. In fact, we are probably, certainly on the last 2 games that we've played, won one, lost one, better side in both games. Yeah. But we've got to start taking those chances, and that potentially is an issue on the basis that we've not really got a striker that's a genuine goal scorer.
Is that? Yeah, I agree with that. But Smith's got 2 in 2.
Yeah,
Vass is definitely one of them people. If he'd have took a couple of those chances, Ben, or one of those chances, the second would have followed. Vass is a massive confidence player, isn't he?
Yeah, well, he showed that last year when he got 1 and then I got like 7 within 2 months or something.
Something like that, yeah.
So, yeah, he's just trying to find a way to boost his confidence. But if he carries on playing the way he does, and Smith chips in, I'm sure Crooks and Wiles and Lindsay and people like this will help out. Woody, Icky, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just needs to keep working hard, and it'll come like he is.
Yeah, I completely agree. Crooks is due some goals. I know he got one at weekend. Crooks is due some goals. Wiles is probably due some goals, but while you're playing left wing back, that's going to be difficult. Lindsay's not going to chip in as much as you would probably hope. No. And Barley's all got your penalties and every so often. So we do need goals up top. We haven't got Volks scoring from midfield or Ajay, who end up scoring a lot from midfield.
Yeah, he scored against City as well.
On goal, apparently.
Well, yeah,
he got man at match, didn't he?
Yeah.
We give him man at match against City.
Deflected,
so.
Yeah, they drew against City and then sacked the manager.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Ajay's got Big Sam for manager now, so good luck. Wow. Good luck, Sammy.
He'll be up for sale then semi-soon because he can play football, can't he? It's Big Samuel that wants him.
Well, hopefully we've got a reasonable sell-on fee and we can make a fortune.
Yeah, absolutely.
That'd be lovely.
Oh, have him back.
Oh yeah, he's going to drop out of Premier League to come back to New York Stadium. If we're going, shout out to Wiles. I thought Wiles was very good in, again, I'm going to say a ridiculous position, but it is a crazy position, but he just looks so confident and composed.
Yeah, he does. He does. It's like X Factor, innit? You've made it your own.
Yeah.
By the way. God, I can't believe I just said that. Sorry. Oh, God, I feel a little bit sick in my mouth then when I said that. He's a great player. And if Ben's got the Matt Alessandri's fan club, I think I'm thinking about starting Ben Wiles fan club because he is a class act. He put him where you want, and again, like Ben said, because you're Matt.
I'm Matt.
Like Ben said,
so confusing. It's Ben, Matt Alessandri, Ben.
It's too much. Yeah, it's just too much. I can't cope.
What's it game last night? He could get Matt. And what? I was talking about Alessandri.
Yeah, I'm too old. Just move on.
It's too many similar names, isn't there?
Okay, I think we'll move on now. Should we move on to Derby? And any final thoughts on Blackburn, Ben?
Blackman or Blackburn?
I suppose either.
Blackman maybe should come back in. I think if he were carrying any niggles, I think they're probably gone by now. And Janssen, his kicking weren't great, as we've already spoke about him. So yeah, I think on that, I think Blackman should come in. But no, I ain't got else on Blackburn.
Fantastic, Mick.
Yeah, just to say that. Let's not be negative about last night. Yeah, it was a disappointing, bitterly disappointing result. Without a doubt, it was bitterly disappointing. But
the thing is,
there are a lot of positives from that game.
The thing is, when this time, obviously, we discussed this on last one about people saying worn out and all this stuff. We actually said it don't matter about results as long as performance is improving, and it is. Do you know what I mean? He's definitely said to the players that, like, listen, my job might be online, and the fight obviously look like they're fighting for him, so that's good.
Yeah, I agree. We are going to lose games this season, and we're probably going to lose more than we're going to win.
Oh no, we're not, are we? Whoa! I didn't sign up for that. I didn't sign up for losing football matches. Oh no, I'm sorry. I'm out of this podcast. I'm not doing anymore. I'm going to do a Liverpool podcast instead.
But if we are going to lose games, I want to lose them. I don't want to lose them at 98th minute, but I want to lose playing like that. I don't want to lose like we played against Coventry and Watford. If we're going to lose, let's go down with a fight. And we did go down with a fight. Next time, it's going to play out differently.
Yeah.
Hopefully. We've still not got that back-to-back win, which has been 2016, something like that, in the Championship. So that's a bit of a monkey to get off the back at some point.
It doesn't matter, though, does it? I didn't even know that fact until he said it, so I'm sure none of the players will. I don't think it's... like you say, it might be monkey, but... He'll only be a monkey if someone's mentioned it to him.
It is, but that's how you stay up.
Yeah, it is.
Games.
Well, I stay up to get enough points, but I do that's irrelevant. How you doing that? Yeah, but I think how you do that's irrelevant, you know. So yeah.
Yeah, fair point.
Vicious, but brilliant.